Hi ho! In this episode, we're talking about Spider-Man 2.
That's really good.
That's awesome.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Sacred Rewatch. My name is Ethan Bronson. That is Kermit the Frog. Today, we are talking about Spider-Man 2. This is the Sacred Rewatch. We are watching every MCU project so you don't have to, in chronological order, leading up to the big one, Avengers Doomsday. We just got done talking about Spider-Man 1 last week, or this week, or today, or 5 minutes ago, whatever you guys want to call it. Talking about Spider-Man 2. Brody is here. We didn't have him last episode. We had Spider-Man jump in for the last one. Kermit the Frog do the intro.
Yeah, I'm just a fan.
Swinging in.
Slinging.
Yeah. So those bongos, man. Those bongos hit again. Brody, I want your non-spoiler reaction to Spider-Man 2. I know there's a lot of people out there that haven't seen Spider-Man 2. It's only been in theaters for about 18 years. But you need to give the people.
You need to reintroduce your guests.
You need to reintroduce them.
You need to reintroduce everyone. You're on a completely different episode.
Yes, I understand. I understand. I am joined also by Elizabeth.
Hello. Hello again.
And Grace.
Oh.
Sorry, I was picking something up.
Oh, man. As well as Wyatt.
Hello, welcome back.
Yeah.
And our resident philosopher. I apologize, everybody. It's very not normal for there to be anybody else besides me, Wyatt, and Brody. So I'm just kind of used to hitting the one after the other. So I do apologize about that.
Well, he could just cut the entire...
No. We're rolling.
No, we don't do that here.
Yeah,
This is the live show.
This is live show. There's no need. It's okay.
We can't pay for more Kermit screen time.
Too?
Slightly better than Spider-Man 1, still kind of bad. The score is great. Beautiful score.
The plot line has some funny quirks to it. And overall, better... Plot's still...
Doc Ock.
Yeah.
Talk about icon.
I said Doc Ock is a better character than Willem Dafoe's.
The most iconic film, in my personal opinion, outside of... the first one's iconic for being the first one, but this is the most iconic one of them all.
And for the viewers that had a PSP back in the day and might have had that Spider-Man game like I did, this movie really reminds me of that video game.
Yeah.
And you're saying most iconic of them all, like purposefully iconic, not just memes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just the most iconic. When I think of Uh-oh.
Well, sorry. I'm just thinking about something I'm going to say.
When I think about Spider-Man, for me, I think about Doc Ock. Doc Ock is one of the most iconic. I think
I have nothing left except Spider-Man.
I have nothing left. Except Spider-Man.
And I think that's exactly how you paint the entire movie, is there's nothing left except Spider-Man.
No, Spider-Man 2 is pretty good. Now that I'm thinking I don't have a score at all.
I'm
19. Spider-Man 2 is, I actually think, really good because it takes what the first movie wasn't able to do because of, the introduction of Spider-Man and the origin story, which you don't really have that sort of down on his luck. Spider-Man can't get a job, nothing really going his way because he can't really balance Peter Parker and Spider-Man yet. That is the best. That's the strongest part of this movie is that opening scene's great with him on the bike, getting late for the pizza job. And then, he has to use Spider-Man to that's a good scene. I think all this stuff that kind of deals with him not being able to land a job at the Daily Bugle and the small apartment and the being so behind all of his classes because he's Spider-Man and being late to everything. I think it's a very core Spider-Man theme, and I think that this movie does do a really good job at that.
Yeah, the whole juggling of Peter Parker and Spider-Man, albeit like he did really piss me off a lot this movie. I really disliked Peter Parker more. It still remained like really true to the whole he's still a teenager. Well, now he's in college, but trying to figure out how to be both at the same time and not tell anybody.
I think how relatable he is for this movie. I think he's also one of the first superheroes that you really see that's like, you know, I'm just a kid and I'm still trying to get through daily life. And that's what makes Spider-Man who he is. And I think this entire movie is really just the about of him and getting to really know him and him coming into himself, because he's kind of essentially thrown into it in the first one. You don't really get all that backstory. And 2 is where you finally get a lot of those pieces that you think that you're missing.
I think it's a very unique time in movies, because before these kind of Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies, no one had really used a superhero who's traditionally a younger character. Like we had like the Watchmen and like Batman, who were full-on adult characters. No one really made movies.
Blade,
like another one. And nowadays the MCU casts a ton of young people as to play these younger heroes. So now it's kind of common. Back then, really, it was only really portrayed by like the older characters, you know? So I think it is kind of refreshing at the time to see a younger character like that in Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
I also love the scene at the college when he's talking to Dr. Connors and it's just a face shot. And then when the conversation ends, he walks away. So it zooms out to show he has no arm. It's just dramatic fashion, just so you can know that that's supposed to be the lizard.
It's super cool. We don't quite get there.
The score
but...
for this movie is actually shocking.
What is it?
I don't think that's shocking. Let's ask Brody. Brody, what do you think I gave this movie?
What do I think you gave this movie?
Yeah,
shocking
me specifically.
Go both ways. I feel like it's gonna be high. Is it gonna be high? No, not at all. We'll give it an 8. We'll give it an 8. That seems like an Ethan score.
I rank all my stuff super low.
Wow.
I give it 13.5. It's pretty good.
Wow. That's in like probably top 10 Ethan movies of all time.
I give it a 16 and a half.
Ethan movie of all time.
That's good.
Yeah,
that's good.
12. So I give this movie a 13.
I saw it in theaters 20 times.
Brody,
so I'm
what
gonna have to
did you
give it
give
an
it?
11. I gave it a 19. I like the first one more with this one. Just personally, I think this one has aspects that are really good and important. And I think this is kind of where we're at with our like MCU Spider-Man. Like I think we're at the Spider-Man 2 point. He's a college student. He's going to be paying bills. We saw that at the end of the last movie. And I think we're going to really start getting into that. But yeah, I think this has a lot of aspects, and I think Alfred Molinas amazing as Doc Ock. Like he is Doc Ock. He's like someone that you do believe. It's just kind of a bummer that you kind of go through the whole trope of the first movie again. Of this is someone that Peter can trust, and you can't. It's tough. A lot of Spider-Man villains kind of fall into that. But I think these are a little too similar to the first movie. And I think the first movie was just more serious because you have the weight of that's my best friend's dad that I'm fighting. And where this movie, it is still someone he looks up to, but it doesn't have that extra weight of that's my friend's dad. But I think the glasses are cool. That shot where it goes into his glasses and it's all
great
backwards.
job.
That's cool.
Showing how, like, every scene where he kind of like gets away from the illusion of like the arms controlling him is very believable, which I do think Willem Dafoe did a great job at it. But I think that Alfred Molina is such a more believable kind of like, you can see the character change in his face every single time, and he's able to do it kind of so fast that I think it just works really well for the movie.
And you're able to
and the
tell
music
that,
helps that.
and him as himself, he's not evil, but then when they control him, he becomes evil, and you kind of lose that with Willem Dafoe, because half the time I was like, has he fully turned evil? Is he still like trying to fight himself?
They
At
don't
the very
do a
end,
good
you
job
can
of
tell,
showing when he's Goblin
yeah,
and Harry
and it kind of
Osborn.
just melds together.
And it's almost like, I feel like with Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin and Doc, like Osborn, you see kind of like the fight back, and they're both very hot and heavy characters with their own level of personality. That's why you can't tell. With Doc Ock, he loses everything at the very beginning before he even becomes this like horrible villain. And it's like when he has absolutely nothing is exactly when this chip essentially takes over his entire body. And it's like the reality of him is like he's kind of a shell of a person who wanted to drown himself right at the beginning when everything goes wrong. And then something clicks in him and it takes over him and it's not like it within his control. As opposed to, Green Goblin, there's just a whole lot of anger out of all sides that are just driving both ends of it.
Mm-hmm. Also, how iconic is that train scene?
This is unrelated.
That's the most iconic thing in the trilogy, right?
100%.
I have to think so. I think probably
pretty good.
But that's also a lot of meme-worthy stuff too.
But this is like what makes Spider-Man like Spider-Man.
And when the guy's like, he's just a kid, he's no older than my own son.
That is really good.
It's
hard to believe it because he's 45. Really, these younger sons. But it's a good scene. It's a great moment. Unbelievable that when Doc Ock's robbing the bank, shout out Joel McHale, and the bank is full of gold coins.
Oh, that's Joel McHale.
I love
he's
that.
throwing bags and exploding with little gold coins, and it makes no sense. Why is it not cash in a bank in New York in 2005?
I think it's funny.
That's the campiness. The sound of the gold hitting.
Movie 2 and movie 3, when Sandman, sorry to jump ahead, but when Sandman's stealing from probably the same banks, it's suddenly cash. In this movie, it's like
they switched. The system was bad with this one. Oh yeah, we're switching to cash.
I'm actually shocked that you gave it such a low score because I'm intrigued to know what your scoring is for like iconic and rewatchability, because I feel like for the level of iconic that this movie is, it's a 5. And there's no change to it.
To me, there's only one iconic scene in the whole second one, and it's the train scene. Outside of that, there really isn't much.
Really?
Him eating the hot dog, that's been memed to oblivion. Raindrops keep falling on my head.
It's when she's like giving us.
And then Sam Raimi hits him in the head with the bag. When Sam Raimi hits him with the bag, classic.
No, I just rank everything like pretty ruthlessly. I
think the music for Doc Ock is awesome though.
Oh
like
yeah,
when he's giving his speeches and he's like, "The power of the sun in the palm of my hand," and then it's got the cool music.
Also, oh my gosh,
so sick.
It's also where the song comes in. It's the very first time you hear it in the entire trilogy of the Spider-Man.
True.
Occasional violin.
And it's when he's going through his arc of like, where is he?
I forgot.
And MJ's acting,
I was gonna say.
Right?
Brody, I'm fully convinced that by the second movie, Aunt May knows that Peter Parker is Spider-Man.
Yeah, and it bothers
100%.
me that
it bothers me. There's never spoilers to the third one. There's no real resolution of the fact that, because even like the other Spider-Man have taken the approach that Aunt May knows relatively soon, just because she's raised the kid. Yeah. Like she's gonna know when something's going on.
Yeah.
And if she gives that whole speech in the second one,
movie, man.
which I think she knows in the first one too, but there's that speech.
But I think this one is
just
to like
when she's moving out of her house and she's talking to Peter, and her speech is so. This is the one time that I'll say this. Sam Raimi wrote it so well that speech that Aunt May is giving him in the second one is the perfect foil to the same speech he got from the Green Goblin in the first one. Because Green Goblin was doing the whole, the city wants to see your hero fail and fall so they can have someone to root against. And then the speech Aunt May gives him is pretty much the exact opposite, which is no matter what, the city's always going to need a hero. People always need Spider-Man. When she's saying that, she very obviously knows that she's talking to Peter.
Yeah. And I mean, and not to jump ahead again, but we're probably going to forget this. And in the third movie, she's like, well, Spider-Man doesn't kill people.
Yeah.
It's like she's talking.
She knows. It's weird that they never actually
like allude.
Say it.
I also just like how much their relationship like dissipates throughout the movies.
Just because he moved out.
Yeah. And they're just like not close anymore.
Also, the scene where he tells her that he's the reason Aunt Ben got shot, and her reaction is to recoil her hand. Huh?
Aunt Ben.
Sorry.
I hate when Aunt Ben got
shot. He tells Aunt May that he's the reason Uncle Ben got shot. And she like recoils her hand and like walks upstairs. That's not how Aunt May does stuff. That's just in every single iteration of the character, even in this one, but every scene except for that, we've seen she would react the exact opposite way.
Yeah.
And it makes it even worse that the next time she shows up, she's like, oh, hogwash. Water under the bridge, who cares?
Like,
it's
you're
just
the
kinda,
reason he died. Womp. Okay, we're good.
To make her care that
Right.
much and her magically just kind of get rid of it off screen, and this next time she sees Peter, it feels rushed. Like, I feel like they wanted there to be more of a dilemma there, but you only have 2 hours for a movie. They couldn't fit it in. I just think it feels a little rushed in the whole Aunt May and Peter, I guess, reconnecting thing.
Also, this just popped into my head. This is very unrelated, but when MJ is going on that spiel outside when they're at that party, while Harry's like drunk and she's like, "My best friend didn't come to my show." Thanks. I'm like, since when were y'all best friends? Like, again, it just goes to the jumping. Like, I know that you
They
guys are
rush it too
friends,
much.
but like,
Yeah, they rush it too
Yeah.
much.
what do you mean?
The first movie is like MJ doesn't even recognize that Peter was around, even though they were next door neighbors. Then she's like, "I don't understand how you could like me. I didn't even know you existed until like a week ago." And then
when you took
and then the next
off,
movie, it's like, "Oh, we're best friends, but he just wants to get with me, but I don't really want it." So like, even her like retrofitting their relationship when it never existed in the first place is wrong.
Well, also,
Yeah.
they painted like the timeline between movie 1 and movie 2 is so long. It's like 2 months when you think about it. Them graduating versus them being out in the world at college, like
It takes away the whole
It's
MJ thing
like-
being so rushed. Takes away from the best part of what makes the MJ Peter relationship what it is. It's because to me the MJ and Peter relationship is MJ and Peter Parker. She and Peter knew each other before he was Spider-Man. She doesn't care that he's Spider-Man. There's nothing for her. She loves Peter Parker. Whereas when Peter meets Gwen Stacy, he already is Spider-Man, and it's more of Gwen Stacy is Spider-Man's partner. MJ is Peter Parker's, and this movie doesn't really let that happen by having them know each other at all. Like the idea that MJ didn't really know Peter until he already kind of had that confidence of being Spider-Man, I think takes away from the kind of connection they're supposed to have with each other.
yeah.
Like, she was nice to him when they were bullying him and was like, maybe you should stop the bus for the kid that's been chasing you for 30 minutes, but nothing past that.
Yeah.
Also, the fact that they've been next door neighbors their entire lives and to not have anything there until like,
It's 'cause he was peeping through the window.
kind of noticed
Yeah,
you.
he was
True.
peeping Peter.
I think the Peter and MJ, and more of just MJ in general, is definitely the weakest stuff in this second movie.
Yeah.
They don't give her anything to do besides being,
Someone's girlfriend.
and not even someone's girlfriend. She's fawning over this guy who is a walking red flag. He is obviously hiding something very big. Every time you've tried to get him to come to something, he's flaked on it. And then he shows up with some crazy excuse.
But
And then he
she
disappears
knows.
again.
Like,
But
especially
yes,
when they're at lunch and she's like, "Can you just kiss me?" Because she's like,
She knows.
You
But
also-
also, then you gotta
"Look
kind
at
of
me
make
get hit
that
by
more
that
known.
car."
You also have to
She's
consider
badass.
the beginning of at the beginning of the movie, she's with Harry. She's not.
No, she's with
him.
Flash at the beginning of the first one.
Oh yeah.
And then she breaks up with Flash. First of all, one of the
No. So, the beginning of the second one, she's with Harry
Yes.
because
Yes.
Yeah.
No,
Yes,
J.
no.
Jonah Jameson's son.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
oh
Spider-Man.
No,
No,
at the beginning, because at the birthday party,
At the beginning, she's
or is
like,
Harry just really into her too at the same time?
he's just really into her. When they're
you're
when they're
right.
both greeting him, it looks like
Her
they're
and Harry,
dating.
her and Harry are together in the first one.
Yes.
Yeah.
So then they make it
At
look like
the
they're
end
still
of it.
together. Okay, one. The least hour.
Like-
surprise me.
I think it's the
You're right. At the start of the second one, they make you think they're still together,
yeah.
and they're not.
Mm-hmm.
And then I forget about that entire arc of her being in a completely other romance.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, 'cause
And
she's
that's
supposed to.
Well, in fact, she goes to the wedding. The whole ending scene
Which
is her
just makes
showing up
MJ
at
look
like
bad.
yeah.
Like, it's just more. It's 2003, so they didn't really understand how to write a superhero character, a good female character in a superhero movie. Is
But
not a
there's
superhero.
still a lot of damsel in distress.
Exactly. All she is in the second
Yeah.
one is that she's fawning over Peter.
Yeah.
She knows she's Spider-Man, and then at the end, when she is captured, she's just damsel in distress
Which
again.
is so ironic because around that same time that movie's being created, she goes through this entire lead actress role in a movie about the exact opposite, which is ironic as hell
Right.
for this movie of playing the damsel in distress in
movie?
one movie. Let me find it. It's with
I don't think
Julie
she's a good
Andrews.
actress. I'll say it.
Mm.
You don't think she's a good
And-
actress?
Ethan corrected me. Brought up a good point. Bro, you weren't here when I said this. I don't think that Kristen Dunst and Tobey Maguire are bad actors. I think they just have no chemistry together. And it really does affect these movies. You may disagree.
I think it's Mona Lisa's smile.
I believe it about as much as I believe James Franco's actually his friend. Like, they're playing, like, the act of being his friend, but, like, you don't believe it. Like, I think that's why these movies kind of have that campy feel. Like, you never really break out of the, like, these are serious character relationships. The only one that does feel genuine is Aunt May because of how good her acting is. And I feel like Willem Dafoe makes his relationship with James Franco really believable, especially in that car scene. But I think outside of that, like, you never really get out of that. He's acting like he's his friend, so we're gonna go with that. But I think this movie, like you're saying, it just juggles too many character relationships. Like, there's just too much going on.
I feel like James Franco's his friend for 15 minutes in the first one of actual screen time.
Yeah.
Then he finds out his dad's dead, and then from that point on, he's just faking being his friend.
Well, that is the weird thing, is that he's never met James Franco's dad in the first movie. He, like, meets him, he's like, this is Spider-Man, he helped me pass my classes.
The second Willem Dafoe shows up, he already has this sort of, like, weird friendship with him.
That's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of these character relationships just don't carry over in this movie because they're introducing new people constantly. They're like, here's his boss, here's his professor that he likes, and they're adding all these new people while still trying to carry over the people from the last movie. And it's just like too many people for the runtime.
And something that definitely, if we want to talk comparisons a little bit, you know, the first Tom Holland movie, Flash and Peter Parker's relationship is much more of like real friends that have gone awry, right? Where this Flash Thompson and this Peter Parker is very much a typical bully relationship.
I think I disagree. I think the Tom Holland Flash works because it's such a more realistic,
modern
sort of bullying. Like, the way the Flash bullies Peter and Tom Holland's, it's just kind of like two guys who just kind of butt heads in class. Whereas the Flash Thompson in the first one is such an overdramatic, like, caricature of a school bully, like with the spiked up hair, pumping through his shirt. But
it's so funny.
I agree, it's funny.
It's classic.
But I was
like, I don't think you could do the like, it just matches the tone of the movie though. That's the one thing. I don't think you could do the Flash
Thompson redemption arc with that Flash Thompson, because, you know, the one, I don't know if you remember the Andrew Garfield one. There's like a really good scene with Flash Thompson where he just like apologizes for Uncle Ben dying, which is such, like, you know, because the end of the day, Flash Thompson's just a dude. They kind of get rid of, they throw that character out so fast in the first one, and I think they do that with a lot of characters in these kind of Sam Raimi movies.
I think they should have done it with more.
To kind of fully grow.
They're juggling too many characters in this. They should have been like, oh, James Franco's got to go deal with this thing because of what happened in the last movie. Like, I know he's a great character, he's fun in this, but, like, seriously, we need to cut some of the time for introducing all these new people. We need to cut out some of these people. Yeah, man. It's just the way it is.
I do think, though, like, and maybe a lot of people wanted to blame Sam Raimi for a long time on how these characters interacting with each other, but it probably does come down to Sony. Now they have a proven track record that they love to shoehorn characters in, ram them in over and over and over again, whether they don't make any sense or not.
I would say, especially in
the third movie is very known for doing that. And these movies weren't even written by him. The first two.
It makes sense, though. Spider-Man's a villain who I think is very much, what's the word? His rogues gallery in the Sinister Six is very iconic. Like, Spider-Man going up against the Sinister Six is such like a you gotta have it. It's like Batman fighting the Joker. But these movies, it's really hard to build to that in an effective way to then give them a movie where it works out. You know, like, it's so hard to build up 6 characters to being villains and then have all 6 characters show up at one time. It just isn't really going to work very well, no matter what you're trying to do.
Yeah. J. Jonah Jameson.
Yeah, more questions?
What's her name's in this? Blanking on her name. But who plays the front desk for J. Jonah Jameson? She's in the Lego movie. Yep.
Rachel Mc...
Blanking
No,
on
not
her
Rachel McAdams.
No.
Oh, wait. Emily
Perfect.
Banks. Elizabeth Banks.
Wait, what?
Elizabeth
No,
Banks.
something Elizabeth Banks.
Elizabeth
No.
Banks.
It is Elizabeth.
Yes, it
Banks.
is.
Yeah, it is. No, it's
from
Elizabeth
Bones.
Banks.
From Bones, Emily.
It's Elizabeth Banks.
No,
It's
the
Elizabeth
front
Banks.
desk girl, not the one at the Daily Bugle, the one who's he's delivering the pizza.
Oh, the pizza girl, Brody? When he delivers the pizzas?
No, I was talking about the Daily Bugle one.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
I was
Elizabeth
talking about
Banks.
Elizabeth Banks. Yeah. She's funny in this one.
You know that's Ned's girlfriend in his Tom Holland ones, right? Same character?
Yes. I just don't think
I
about it
know.
often because the characters are in very different roles.
Well,
But I'm hoping
42, the other's 17.
I'm hoping
Do you guys
with this next
want to
Tom
know
Holland
a fun
movie,
fact about
we get
myself and Elizabeth
those
Banks?
characters closer.
What?
Elizabeth Banks plays my great second cousin in a movie.
George.
George Harrison's
Something
wife?
related to the beach.
Yeah, Melinda Ledbetter. It's played by Elizabeth Banks.
Really?
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
What? In what movie?
The dramatized version of Brian Wilson and the Beach Boys documentary.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to add that to my letterboxd.
Did you
Check it
catch
out.
Sam Raimi's brother? Brody, did you notice him?
No.
He's the guy hanging on the
I was
Daily
looking
Bugle
for it.
that is always he's the guy that's
Oh,
always
yeah.
into Jonah's office.
He's got
and
the
then Jonah yells at
glasses
him
or
to get out.
whatever.
Yeah,
Doesn't he
he's
have
got
glasses?
glasses.
Yeah.
Oh, the scene
I
where
heard
Jonah is
Spider-Man
talking
stay
about how he misses Spider-Man and how Spider-Man was such a great part of the city, and then Peter steals the suit off camera. Like that shot where the suit gets webbed
He's a
away,
thief.
and then the notes there. That's a really good shot. That's the most comic booky
Jonah's
shot in
so
the whole
good,
movies. I
man.
think it's great.
J.K. Simmons is so funny in this movie.
These
man.
movies would suffer greatly if he wasn't in all three of them.
So good. He wants photos of Spider-Man. and
Also,
he wants
just
them now.
constant calls from his wife.
So funny.
Yeah.
Yes, Dr. Connors is missing an arm. He's the lizard.
Oh, okay. So I wanted to make sure that
He's the lizard.
Yeah, they just don't
He
like
studies
it.
We'll talk,
lizards,
we'll
'cause
talk
lizards
about it
can-
next week.
Lizards regrow their tail, so he studies how to regrow arms, and it
Oh,
doesn't work out well.
One, so we like, Brody, I love music scores, soundtracks, love that all. But
Mhm.
the operating room scene, that was in a subway station that had no music, was fantastic.
Yeah.
So
When they
good that
cut
there
the
was no
music
music
for the
playing.
audio design.
Huh?
When they cut the music like that for audio design scenes, it's so
Yeah.
good.
Mhm.
We also got that with that
Doc
first
Ock was
transformation
ready
scene too.
Doc Ock.
That does have
Oh.
music, but the sound design's
Yeah.
amazing.
Mm-hmm. Well, do you guys have any other thoughts before we get in? I knew one of these episodes was going to be a little bit shorter.
This is longer than the first one.
Huh?
This one's longer than the first one.
Is it really?
I feel like it was.
I don't think so.
No.
I join later.
This is 10 minutes shorter.
I don't think so. Movie number 2. I mean, the acting is just kind of subpar. And I just feel like it's a repeat of movie number 1 with, okay, nobody knows that Peter is Spider-Man and Harry still hates him and MJ and him are still not together and there's a new villain that serves the purpose as the previous villain.
Yeah, I think for me, if I want to watch Spider-Man 2 on a random Tuesday night, it's because I want to watch Alfred Molina
How
play
does
Doc Ock.
MJ find out
and
he's
I want to
Spider-Man?
see.
Doc Ock and Peter Parker are talking.
That's right. It's right.
And then she sees the whole
He
thing.
takes his mask off to really get one-on-one
Mhm.
with Doc Ock.
Yeah.
Hey,
The
man.
color grading's amazing. The movie looks
When he takes his
really
mask
good.
off and Doc Ock goes, Peter Parker, lazy, brilliant but lazy. That's a really good line,
Yeah,
too.
that is
Just 'cause,
Brilliant
you
but
know,
lazy.
It's a good line. Because he's like, huh, that's
Oh,
funny.
because she's the sun thing is gonna bring her. That's when that happens.
That seems stupid.
So, yeah.
The power of the sun in the palm of my hand.
Well, that is going to do it for this episode of the Sacred Rewatch. We hope you enjoyed diving back into the timeline with us. New recap episodes are coming out every week leading up to Avengers Doomsday. Next episode, we are going to be talking about Spider-Man 3. We look forward to watching them. Make sure to subscribe to this channel, and we'll see you guys next time. For all time, always.
Yeah.
See you guys. That's still not the outro.